Hello everybody and welcome back to the Global Gaming Network channel. And we have plenty to go over through our rapid fire recaps. So let's start off with the Call of Duty League. We had a lot of mixed results throughout this weekend. We were following the green wall more in particular because they just picked up Mercules. And they did go 1-1, did the green wall, losing a map 5 to Boston Breach, but then desecrating Carolina Royal Ravens 3-0. Those are two other teams that they will see at Champs. But most importantly were the other results throughout the weekend. Atlanta FaZe losing to Cloud9 New York, Krem's first time beating Draza, Miami Heretics and Toronto Ultra are the only undefeated teams left in the qualifier. Now jumping over towards League of Legends, LTA didn't really have much for us to focus on besides the Cloud9 matchup versus TL, of which C9 were able to win into, meaning they're the #1 team going in towards Week 7. It'll have a certain amount of spice behind it. For LEC, we were back on the road trip on BoTIE, where Carmine Corp were hosting a handful of teams, where them and Vitality were also able to play 2 matches on the weekend. Carmine Corp went 2-0 in their home field advantage, while Team Vitality had to go up against Carmine Corp. They went 1-1. There are matchups back in the LEC studio happening at the time of this recording, most importantly for both Rogue and Giant X going up against their other opponents to potentially win and make it to playoffs. Now in towards Valorant, we have 3 of 4 regions finally completed, which means that we have 9 of 12 teams ready to compete for Masters Toronto. Congratulations to the Pacific region on completing their regional playoffs just this past weekend, where RRQ came out as the #1 team. They bested Gen G in the grand finals 3-1, and then along the way they were also able to beat Paper Rex, who eliminated not only T1, the Masters Bangkok champion, but also bested DRX to be able to get that 3rd ticket as well. They should be pretty good and well set off for Masters Toronto. VCT EMEA is the last region to complete the regional playoffs, and that should be concluding this upcoming weekend. We reached top 4 at the end of this past weekend. We're going to be breaking things down more in the longer episode of Today in Esports happening later today. As far as extra Valorant news is concerned, big congratulations on another career for FNS. This is not the first time he's retired. Of course, had a decorated career in Counter-Strike, took his IGL work over towards NRG for Valorant, where he did make a staple for his name. In other esports news as well, Overwatch 2 has now announced that they have a Capcom partnership. They're going to have some Street Fighter skins inside of Overwatch 2. Should be a good time. Guile76 has my heart. And finally, PGL Astana is happening throughout the entirety of this week. Counter-Strike 2 has another tournament, and although the big 3 for Vitality, MOUZ, and Falcons are not in attendance, Team Spirit are, and they are poised to hoist the trophy at the end of the weekend. Make sure that you tune in for the episode later on today to go over the matches that happened throughout the weekend. And of course, on Friday, we'll frame up what that single elimination bracket will look like. We'll see you in the comments down below. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on all of the videos, and we'll see you on the next one.